Shaylee?
And I haven't seen D sign back on yet either, so we're still waiting for him.
Just wait for
Although, but we could go forward with the public hearing on the budget at this point,
Okay, let's
as soon as we're back up and going.
move on to action item 1, public hearing to receive and consider comments regarding Riverdale City and RDA final budget for fiscal year 20 through 21. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimous in favor. The public hearing is now open. Ms. Evans, do we have anybody or any emails?
No, I have no emails and the public has left, so I have nothing.
You hear, Rich?
I am, Mayor, and I do not have any texts.
Okay, do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Public hearing is now closed. Move on to item 1B, consideration of resolution 2020-03 to approve Riverdale City and RDA final budget for FY 2020 through 2021. Any questions or comments on this resolution? With that, do we have a motion on resolution R 2020-03?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion on the motion? Ms. Evans, would you poll the council, please, on the resolution?
Mr. Stevens?
Aye.
Mr. Ellis?
Aye.
Mr. Mitchell?
Aye. Aye.
Mr. Arnold?
Aye.
Mr. Hilton?
Aye.
Sounded like it was unanimous in favor. Move on to action item number 2. Somebody have something?
Mayor, I'd like to have D back, because I wanted him to address the board on this one.
Okay,
And I have texted him.
I did as well, but I haven't seen him log back in.
Maybe he stepped away to use the restroom or something.
We could do the same, Mr. Mayor, if you felt so inclined, just to give a little break, give him a little time to get
you
back.
need to take a break for a couple minutes. Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, or I'm sorry, Mr. President, I don't think we approved the minutes, if we want to do that now.
Oh, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
Thought I was the only one getting old. That's good, Bart. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just down the hall, first door on your left if you need to step out. So. They broke ground on the Zeppies. I guess you've seen that new building over at the crossing. So that's in work.
That's great news.
Yeah.
Ice cream?
Yeah, they have desserts and that pretty well, I think, frozen desserts. I haven't been there yet, but anybody know?
Yeah, I've been to the one in North Ogden many times.
Have you?
It's delicious. It's Italian ice, and then you can get your Italian ice with custard, vanilla custard.
Wow.
And you gotta taste it.
I've been gonna go down. We just never quite get down to the food truck, so. but we'll do it. I've got a granddaughter. She says that's where she was really excited when she learned about Riverdale's, because she says that's where she's in her 20s. She says that's where we go for girl time. So
It is, the one in North Ogden is crazy busy.
is that
Yeah, the cars are lined down the street down Washington.
that's good news. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is going to be popular. I mean, we go out there and yeah, it's packed. Like, I think it's going to be a great addition.
I do too.
And the new building, D. Hansen's new building where the Starbucks will go, the outside's complete on that. I think Mike was telling me today, Mike Agate, that they got the asphalt in and they've walked through, but I guess the inside's ready now for Starbucks to come in and start outfitting the interiors.
Are they going to occupy that whole building?
No, there's what, 2 or 3 others, at least 2 others, right?
Yeah, there's enough space for probably 3 tenants or 1 big tenant and Starbucks is what you'd have in there.
It's a pretty roomy building.
Do you have any interest, Mike?
Say what, Brad?
Anybody interested?
D's working an angle. Maybe you can. Yeah.
Oh, I don't need names. Just
Yeah.
curious.
He's working a good angle for the rest of that building. Let's put it that way.
Sure he is.
Okay, I think we got D back. D, are you here?
Yes, sorry about that.
No, you're good, and I probably could have left you in there. I had a couple people on here that I wasn't sure exactly who they were, so I thought I better just kick everybody out and then deal with it after. But I kind of just briefly told them, D, what you and I talked about the other day before that closing, and just said that I couldn't find any minutes that showed that they had given us a green light on this. I was a little bit nervous going up there and signing anything. I'd much rather Roger do that than me, so. But where he can't right now, I asked you if he could put this off, and so just maybe explain to him again where we're at, exactly what we're doing, and let's get their blessing before we head up there and sign off on that tomorrow or whenever you get that set up. So I'll turn it over to you on that one, D.
Yeah, okay, just by way of update, we are prepared to close with the Brands family, which is great. My investment part of the group that's going to go on is the Larry H. Miller Group. They'll be partnering up with me. And the reason why it's so important, I think, for them to be a partner in this is that they have the patience. They are committed to me and also to the city as we wait to see what will happen in the back as we develop the front portion. So it's a good thing. So they will be a partner on this project, and more importantly, a partner of the city for development. So it's a good thing. And so what will happen is that will take place the closing tomorrow. It'll be the first takedown for the Brands, which will be it'll be the 2.1 million, and then we'll have probably another up to 18 months. We're going to try to close the other portion in September, the other 2 million. So what that does allows us the 4.1 million, and we will be able to start developing the property in the front, those 2 pads. Our plan in meeting with Mike and staff is to have everything ready to submit for the extension of the roadway off of Riverdale Road, and then for the site planning for those 2 pads by the middle of August. And when we do that, then we'll start construction, and we're working with a couple of the tenants to deliver the building and the pad by right around May 1st, by the time we get the batch plants open. In the meantime, we're just going to continue to see how it happens in the back of the property, see how that other, it'll be approximately 10.5, well, actually about 14.5 acres, and how that will be developed at some point. And we'll continue to come to the RDA with updates on how things are progressing. So great steps in that, great partner. We're excited about that. And as you know, part of this whole transaction is a big investment with the city, and that's to make it whole, and that's to contribute that the RDA property back to the overall development to make sure those costs get blended down, so then we can in turn develop it and finish, the project after all this time.
That's great news, Dee. Thank you. Do you have any questions for Dee that you can discuss here? Now, this says authorization of land acquisition with the DRH company and the RDA development. So, Steve, what are we authorizing, or do we need to?
Well, Dee, how do you want that phrased? And that was the purpose of the discussion, was just, I know that we've got to sign off on some of this, so how do you want that worded? I haven't seen your closing documents or anything like that, so what's your thoughts on that one?
So it'll be deeding it over, and then it'll be deeding over to me, that entity, and it'll be governed by the development agreement, which we approved on that one.
Right, we did the development agreement last meeting. But
Yep.
so you need us to deed the, what the back so many acres?
And so what had happened in January, there are a few miscellaneous parcels that Roger was approved, and now it's done, and the city had in their name, and it was deeded over to the redevelopment agency, and now it's going to be deeded over to my entity in conjunction with Larry Miller Group, and governed how the development is by the development agreement.
Okay. So Mayor, I would suggest what we would do is that the RDA would deed over, we've discussed this is not new, but deed over those parcels of land that were previously discussed, and that they would be acquired by the DRH company in furtherance of this development, or something to that effect. So is that correct? Is that what you need?
That's exactly right.
That's per the development agreement that we previously talked about, January.
Right. We approved the process of doing a development agreement, but I don't know that it was ever really clear on exactly what we were giving up or what we were doing. And that's where I asked Dee, we need that clarified so that the board's really clear on what they knew was happening here before we signed off on it.
Yeah, that's the incentive that the RDA is providing to the
Right.
prop.
Okay, do we have a motion then to deed over the parcels of land previously discussed to the DRH company?
Wouldn't it be just a consensus?
Yeah, we can do a consensus either way. I just want to make sure the board was aware of it and we had something in writing in our minutes that shows that you guys authorized this. So
Yeah,
we can do it.
We're not approving like a motion or no resolution or anything like that. It'd just be a consensus to move forward with the agreement.
We can do that as well. It doesn't matter. I just wanted something to protect us, so.
Okay, do we have a consensus to move forward with this deeding over of the land?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yes.
Or, did I get you, Bart?
Yes, I'm good.
Yeah, I think we got all five. Okay, that's a consensus to move forward with that, Dee, and looks like we're good. Appreciate all you're doing, Dee, to make this happen. Your new building looks great.
Oh, I appreciate it. And obviously with Roger and Mike's help, we're chipping away. It's a big step. Tomorrow we'll have a lot better, larger marketing signs. How we're able to do that with, on the brand's property. And just by way of update, we'll turn over the Starbucks space to them next week. And so if you haven't seen the site, it's looking good. It's coming
Looking
along
good.
over there.
Let's get some A-list tenants and the rest of that.
Yeah, we've got a pretty good list, and even coming out of COVID, there's still a lot of interest out there, and so everyone's still trying to find out what that means, curbside delivery and those kind of new things, but it's amazing how smart these restaurant guys are and to figure it out and to continue to make things happen. So we're excited to move forward.
Well, that's great. We're excited also, Dee, so thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank each of you.
Move on, any discretionary for this meeting? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Boy, you're all on hot on that. Any, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Hey, you're really good. Thanks for being here. Have a good week and 2 weeks.